Eventually, you gotta start having fun with yourself.
You said that with your whole face.
Yeah.
Some folks have a strange idea of entertainment.
Hey everyone! Gray Cinema here, bringing you another reaction review video. And for this one, we are continuing our watch of the Friday the 13th series, since there's another one right around the corner here, happening right now when I post this. So, that means we gotta get the next one for you, because she's never seen the series through. She's seen the first 5 so far.
And Freddy vs. Jason, but...
Yeah, another time. Yeah.
Beyond that.
Beyond that, which means now we are on...
Number 6.
Friday the 13th, part 6.
Jason
Lives. What do you recall?
Because the last one had the fake out where it was somebody masquerading as Jason and wasn't actually Jason. And that apparently upset everyone.
Yeah, people were like, no, we want the same killer.
That was bullshit.
Yeah, same
Bring
thing
it
with
back
Halloween
the
3.
person, even though this is the most inconsistent series when it comes to having the same killer every time. Because yes, Jason is the most consistent killer, but he's not the only killer in Friday the 13th.
Oh, no, Mommy
Because...
Jarvis was the killer in the first one.
Yeah.
And he wasn't the killer in the 5th one. So, out of 5 movies so far, he was only the killer in 3 of them. So, but from now on, for the most part, he's going to be the killer in these. But even still, you got Freddy vs. Jason, where Freddy's being a killer.
They're both being killers. Don't get me started.
Yeah, I know.
Because that's what pisses Freddy off, is Jason's killing people before he can properly scare them to death.
Well, he set him free. What do you expect? He's not going to stop. It's his nature.
I didn't say it wasn't his nature. I said they were both killing people.
Honestly, it's just an excuse to get them to both fight, and we love them for that. So.
I mean,
but before
even when I was a child who saw that come out, I was even excited to see two superbads go at each other. Mm-hmm. Even if my mom totally forbade me from watching it, I could hear it from the next room.
I was 15 when I saw it in theaters. It was sweet.
If you were 15, I would have been 11. So I was listening to it from the dining room while my mom's boyfriend at the time was watching it in the living room, which had a stairwell between us. So I was here, he was here, and I could only hear bits and pieces, and none of it made sense. Except the theme song for Freddy, because
it's great.
I mean, it's notorious.
Yeah. So we're on part 6 of Friday the 13th series. And as you recall, we left off with the copycat killer, because apparently Jason was killed in part 4, and it stuck. But in this one, the subtitle is Jason Lives, so it looks like he's gonna be alive again. Any guesses as to how that's gonna happen?
Dies. Air quotes Bunny thinks that's hilarious. He never died. They either kept him stable in a coma, or someone's gonna do some voodoo shit, and by some voodoo shit I just mean not specifically voodoo, because that's not always right to consider resurrection always as voodoo.
That's child's play.
That is child's play, but it's also not fair to the particular religion. It's not always voodoo that they do some resurrection-y shit. Some necromancy bullshit could happen. My money's on he never died, and they kept him in a coma so they could wake him up and try him for his crimes.
Maybe. We'll find out in this one.
We sure will.
All right. Well, as usual, we will watch this and give our review and thoughts about the movie afterwards. And we'll continue with our rankings of the first 6. I have a whole listing of every movie. I'll bring it up on my computer just so I can double check myself, but I would like to hear your rankings will be at that point after you see this one. So
4 was the one with the dog and the flying out the window, right?
Yes. 4 had everyone going out windows. And little really Corey Feldman.
Right, because then he grew up to be big Corey Feldman. Yes.
Tommy Jarvis.
Big Corey Feldman. Wait, it wasn't Corey Feldman. Yes, yeah. That's the 5th one, because it was the house of the kids that were all recouping, and the last one to survive was the lady and the little boy, besides Tommy Jarvis.
Yes. Okay.
I remember now. I remembered the very end, and I remembered the plot twist, but the rest of the movie just came back to me right now. So.
All right, good. So, if you're a regular person back in the 80s, you only see these as they come out every year or so, so you're seeing it a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
But that's what you got to do. Like, wait, what happened? I don't know. Just give me a movie where people die and...
I'm already doing that while I'm waiting for the
stuff.
Scream movies to come out, the new apparent Happy Death Day to come out.
Apparently it's going to be a third one they announced.
There are still series coming around that you have to wait for. They're still happening.
Yeah.
Give them time. They'll do another Child's Play. Here, Robert Englund's coming back for another Nightmare on Elm Street.
I mean, you don't know.
I believe it when I see it.
Yeah. He says he's retired, but you never know. Until they're dead.
I mean, they could totally do a Beetlejuice thing with him where he's only on the screen for like 12 minutes.
Maybe.
And make it very simple.
Or just put his face on a younger actor that can actually move, because he doesn't have the body anymore.
He doesn't necessarily have to move to be Freddy. They could make it harsher without making him as campy.
I don't know. We'll see.
Know if it comes out.
If it comes out.
Anyway,
right now we're going to get to watching Friday the 13th Part 6, Jason Lives. Are you ready for it?
Am I ever?
Maybe.
Well, I'm more ready for this than I was last night, though I thought I was ready.
All right, well then let's get to it.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Jason Lives, a Terror Inc. production.
Starting off with your favorite kind of music. Something terrifying. And violin-y. I do love a good fog on water.
Back when movies knew how to light their fucking night scenes.
Oh, sweetie, don't eat that.
Could be wild.
That makes me feel worse for it. That's a dog.
Talk me into this, Tommy.
You didn't have to come, Roz. This is between me and Jason.
Is that a different guy?
Yeah, recast it again.
Jason belongs in hell. And I'm gonna see he gets there.
That's Part 9.
I was taking a sip of something hot. Nice graveyard. We need one like that around here.
Yeah, this one is a fan favorite, I will say. This one actually starts to have fun, really a lot of fun with itself by this point, because this is Part 6. Eventually you gotta start having fun with yourself.
You said that with your whole face.
Yeah.
I like the tombstones they chose. They're nondescript but unique.
Jason Voorhees.
I gotta be sure.
Oh, you brought him his mask back. That's his source of power. Don't you know that?
There's your proof.
No, that's a coffin and it's gonna be empty. Oh, he's actually in there. Personally, I too would have burned that corpse. I wouldn't have buried him. I feel like if it's a criminal that died, you should burn them.
He needs to let his anger out right now.
Well, that's iron. That's good. If you're going by most lore.
Because clearly Jason is a fey creature.
It's not just fey creatures, though. That's one of the ways to repel the dead. That's why they have iron bars on cemeteries. Is what creates consecrated ground. It has to be iron. Don't give him back his source of power! You're an idiot. Now you've done it. Fucking voodoo shit. Excuse me, necromancy shit.
More
Did not say
Frankenstein
voodoo.
shit. Lightning bolt.
That shouldn't work.
Well, Freddy was brought back to life by a dog pissing on his grave, so this one's a bit more plausible.
Don't touch that!
Tommy!
You got a glove.
Same time, I feel like you should just leave it there, because you're about to die. And now you're gonna die, Tommy Jarvis.
He lives.
That's not enough.
It's good makeup effects though right here.
It is, yes! Hope you don't have matches. Oh, it's too windy for matches. And it's book matches is the worst kind!
And it started to rain.
Well, I was hoping for the coma theory. Poor friend.
Punch the heart out of him. He lives. James Bond opening. Jason lives. Friday the 13th, Part 6. Ah, they had the subtitle before the actual movie title. So that's how they get Jason back.
So necromancy bullshit. It should not work.
But it's a movie. Movies can have anything work, because it's fake. That's the thing when it's all fictional. You can just make whatever shit up to get the story you want.
I know, but you know me. I want the backstory.
I don't know. There he is.
Touch you, please. Jason is alive. We dug up his body. We've got to do something. He's even more powerful now.
Aren't you the kid whose mother and friends were killed by that maniac?
Yeah, but as he mentioned, he's more powerful now, because now he's the undead, supernatural killer Jason. He's just not big, strong human Jason. He's undead Jason. A lot more powerful now.
Jason's got to be stopped. Hey! Hey! Jason's coming here. He's after me. I'm trying to destroy him, but I fucked up.
No one in Forest Green wants to be reminded of what that maniac did here. That's why we changed the name.
Look, if you just go to the cemetery, you'll see I'm not lying. You're gonna be sorry you didn't listen to me.
One of the rules of slasher, as Joe Bob pointed out the other night. The cops are useless.
Darren, we better turn around.
Why?
Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
She's not lying.
Not lying. Smart girl. Marry that. But they're about to get stuck.
We're gonna scare him.
We're gonna scare him.
That's right. Just drive towards him. He'll move.
We can just drive?
No, I'd turn the fuck around. Well, that's about to turn into a car kebab.
That really scared the
Played
shit
chicken and you lost.
And now you have no escape.
It's not like he knows he's undead, but...
First of all, he also only punctured your tire. Doesn't deserve to die for that.
No.
Put the car in reverse, honey.
That was a nice shot.
Good. There's always a handy pit of water. Baby, he doesn't want your wallet. He's not gone. He's not gone. Told you. Remind me, if I ever have children, they're never going to camp.
Why? What's wrong with going to camp?
Never going to camp.
But it's fun.
I didn't stutter.
Jason is out there. He's looking for me. He's probably headed back to the camp.
I told you to shut up. This boy is not well. I need to talk to him in private.
Come on, Dad. We were just...
Megan?
We were just introducing the new love interest.
Or anything about your camp, please.
Oh, is that so?
Him up too bad then.
Obviously.
It's kind of cute.
Megan?
But just because she said he was cute and they had a little smile. Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, it is that simple for movies to establish a love interest. It's all you need.
All you need. Also, I want her pants. I like them.
Yeah, I'll get her out of them for you.
I was going to call that clinic and have them collect your ass, but I don't want you around here any longer poisoning my daughter or anyone else with your warped sense of humor.
No matter what you call it, it's still Camp Crystal Lake to him.
I know I'm gonna get blamed for this. Shitheads couldn't even stick him back in right. Why'd they have to go and dig up Jason? Some folks have a strange idea of entertainment.
Nice fourth wall break.
Also, you could come up with a more clever name. That's...
Yeah, you know the song. But he's bad. He's the man behind the mask. Yes, this is the one with the Alice Cooper song.
Maybe he was telling... What if he did come back here? Looking for the camp counselor that caused him to drown as a boy. Searching for the one that decapitated his vengeful mother.
No, he got her already.
Yeah, you did. Sadly.
And you do know what today's date is, don't you?
Kids are here.
This one's gonna have children threatened. I don't like that.
I'll tell you right now, not a single young kid dies.
Okay.
So you'll be okay on that
Thank you.
front. There are some people that want to know if the dog dies. I'll let you know the children do not die. They'll get scared, but they ain't gonna die.
What exactly are you?
Paintballers.
Ah.
I don't like it. This is a man's game. Requires a man's cunning.
Would you two just put your guns down and kiss already?
Survival's the name of the game, and that flag is mine.
Dead.
And of course there's one with a machete.
Well, you gotta have the machete.
That's way too shiny.
Looks like you already got him.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, bro. Yeah, it's definitely life. Bro.
He's like, ooh, shiny.
That really shouldn't be that shiny. But he's on the girls' team, so...
It's okay, she's doing all the work.
He's trying. Clearly.
I don't think he'll get drafted anytime soon.
Nope. No, I'm pretty sure he's dying next.
I could swear I heard something.
Triple kill. He's like, what?
That would be great if that were a real gun.
You need a fucking elephant gun for him.
Buddy, I think that was all the people that were there with you.
No matter how fast you run, he can walk faster.
Shit, I gotta show you Jason's grave.
I've seen it. Come on. He must have got chilly in the night and pulled the dirt back over.
That's not right. Wherever the red
Check
dot
out
goes,
revolver. Calling it.
you bang. Jason's not in his grave, horses. Dig it up. Does he think I'm a fart head?
Yeah! Nice cut.
Gravedigger. Now gonna die.
Just because he's all alone at night.
And drunk. He broke a rule.
That is true. He did.
And they're gonna die too. Because they're also breaking a rule.
What's that?
A rock.
A rock.
What's that?
Stay here.
No, Stephen, please.
Stay here.
He'll be
No.
right back.
What are we gonna do?
We gotta get to the sheriff's office.
Ooh, a twofer.
The monster! He was everywhere.
Oh, you mean you had a bad dream?
No, it was real, just like on TV.
And that's why I always liked being in the top bunk at camp. Because you know where killers go first? Bottom bunks. Easier to get to. Definitely.
Yeah, the best. Jason's like, I sense fucking about. Can't have that.
Their fucking titties aren't for you.
I know. Sad.
Cheating.
I mean, we see his nips, but we want to see her nips too. Equal nip representation.
This is how horse.
I'm going, okay?
And, excuse me, Court and... No, do we ever get the name of the girl? She's dying.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Who cares about the names of these people? They're just
The next two victims.
the next victims, if we're being honest.
And we are. Because there's no other option here. Me too, kid. Me too. I'd be slinking around that like a fucking...
Slinky.
No. But like a scared animal.
What happened to it?
I don't know, but I say unless you want to look exactly like it, we make this place a memory right now.
He's right. But she's gonna die because she can't stop staring at it.
Nikki, somebody's out there.
Good. Run.
What if it's that guy Jason?
Get out of there. She's smart. Listen to her more. Except that he's already in your motorhome because you dumbasses left the door open. He's there. Told ya. You know, it's intriguing that he's actually got the forethought to be discreet.
Wants to do them one at a time.
That sounds great. This is great.
Nice.
Where'd you get that? That's not Alice Cooper.
Oh no, this is Alice Cooper. It is.
Okay. So, because I know the song, but... You just left your knife there, though.
We'll find something else.
But he's got a perfectly good sheath. Take your weapon with you.
Oh, I'm sorry. He can't come to the phone right now. He's in the can draining his lizard. May I take a message?
Draining his lizard? Really?
You better get the hell down here. I found what's left of those counselors.
Seems your boyfriend wants people to believe Jason has returned.
I thought Jason was just a legend.
Manifest.
Manual.
A manual of occultism.
Occultism.
I'm about to say, wait, manifest.
Mm-hmm.
It's always that stylized writing that sometimes like, wait, what's that word? That's what that was for me.
Do you think she's gonna die, or you think we're gonna have a final girl?
Well, most of these movies need a final girl.
Yeah, but are we gonna have a final girl or a final guy in this case?
I mean, Tommy was the final guy in the last two, but they had final girls in each. It's kind of a rule. You need a final girl. It's rare that that rule's broken.
General something,
I know just where it is. I'll see you in a half hour.
Megan.
You should not be this excited for this.
But cute boy.
That all you found?
Gravedigger.
Wish it was.
A leg.
And a hand, and an arm, and... Oh, that's from the paintballers.
Body bags.
My boy sure wants us to believe his story.
Well, he picked the right day to pull this shit.
It's Friday the 13th.
Happy Friday the 13th.
Cut the phone lines.
It's a shame. She's cute. Hate to see her die. I also don't understand how people can have their windows open like that. I like her. I don't want her to die. Because that's always a good omen. The door being open.
Go ahead. Take a peek. Nothing bad will happen. Ooh. Twisted it right off.
Are the hamsters going to come to harm? Because they already have to deal with that tiny cage. It's really cruel to kill them.
I don't think anything happens to them. Why would you go after a hamster? I've never seen a sign like that with just speeding in between question marks. Enjoy the view while you're there.
It's a 77 orange Camaro.
Camaro.
License number Mary William 8510.
That's my daughter's car.
How do you want us to proceed?
If that kid is with her, there's every good chance he'll do something crazy.
Please don't do anything crazy.
He's worried about her doing crazy.
They know he's in the car, baby. He doesn't have to stay down like that.
But she likes him down there, where he belongs.
Whatever you say.
Yeah, I'm straight.
That's what I want.
That's what she wants.
Megan, step out of the car.
You're not gonna point that at your daughter.
He is.
Shit.
Paula, I can't sleep. I'm scared. I found it outside. Wait, what if they try to scare us?
We'll scare them right back.
Okay.
You gotta hand it to her. She stayed very calm for that child.
She
She
is.
should have realized that was fake, not fake blood.
Ain't cranberry sauce.
Just found your friend Court and some girl. Her head was crushed in, and Courtney had a knife rammed to his skull.
Sheriff, when did it happen?
What time?
8:30, 9 o'clock. Why?
Tommy was with me all that time, Dad.
Good night.
Good night.
See you in the morning.
He sees you when you're sleeping.
She's being a good camp counselor. She doesn't deserve it.
Yeah, I know. She's not really breaking a rule.
She's not breaking any rules. She hasn't broken a single one.
Unless she goes out to investigate a strange noise.
But she didn't. She's just going back to her cabin.
You gonna say who's there? Oh, she's investigating the strange noise.
I want her to live. She just realized the film line's been cut. And then she's gone. And now it comes.
Blood splatter through the window.
She didn't break any rules. She didn't deserve that. Unless we're counting it a rule now that you can't work at a summer camp in New Jersey.
Isn't that just a rule for life?
Okay, give it back.
Come and get it. I'll get it for you, babe.
What are you doing calling her babe?
Give it back, punk.
You're not very convincing that you don't like that. Like, you're supposed to be convincing that you don't like that.
Well, he's convincing her that she does like it.
Obviously.
Hey, get your hands off her, animal. I ought to punch you silly.
Let him out of there, Rick.
Don't clown around.
I'm not the one with the funny red nose. Now open the cell and let him out.
Come on, Huntlets, let's go. You drive, I'll navigate.
You do need her. You don't know where Camp Crystal Lake is.
I think Tommy knows where Camp Crystal Lake is.
No. He knows where his camp house, or where his vacation house was. And he knows vaguely where Camp Crystal Lake is, but it's been like 10, 15 years. The roads are different, the foliage is different.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
No.
Just bring the gun and blow him away.
The only way now to stop Jason is to return to his original resting place, the Crystal Lake. This nightmare began.
No, we don't sleep. We're pretty little more so we keep asleep. We're pretty little more so we keep
And now you're gonna split up.
Come on, handsome.
Which means you're dead.
Quite a mess.
What scary man?
That one. Poor kid's gonna have trauma the rest of her life.
Head crusher.
Now, I want you to listen to me very carefully. I want you to all lie down on the floor under the beds. Do not get up until I come back. You understand?
But now you're about to die, which is a shame, because I really wanted to believe in you. That wasn't enough, and you should not go closer. Still wasn't enough. Run! God damn, I know you're a police officer, but fuck, man, know when you're beat.
Now he's running. When he's out of bullets.
I mean, I suppose this logic makes sense, but at the same time...
He doesn't know he's an undead killing machine.
Does now.
Does now. I think that was just a little miniature model that they made.
Everything's gonna be alright. Don't be afraid.
Is everyone okay?
Some big chains.
Big man.
Now, stay there.
What do you think?
I think we're dead meat.
Oh, there's your friend's head.
Real dead meat.
So, what were you gonna be when you grew up?
Well, at least they're not freaking out about it.
Hasn't happened yet. You're about to die.
He's doing what do you think he can to protect his daughter. Put up a fight.
sucks how he's about to die. Damn shame.
Forward and backwards.
Back in there before it's too late.
It's too late.
Surprise!
Children didn't listen. Who's shocked? Not me.
Jason!
Kick him in the balls!
What, do you feel it?
Jason, come on!
Actually let her go?
Come on, maggot head. Come on. Come on, maggot head. That's it. Come on, I'm standing here waiting. Come on, you pussy.
Yeah.
Ooh. Are you gonna meet? Maybe he'll get together with that other killer near the water.
Hmm?
You know who I mean, from Hatchet.
They're not in the Louisiana Bayou.
How do you know there isn't a franchise killer convention?
A serial convention. Oh.
Like in,
Santa.
Yeah.
Surprise! Welcome to camp.
Is he killed?
That lake's gotta be deeper than that. Kick his hand, you dipshit!
Chop, 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 chop. Took some chunks out of them there.
Come on, some CPR, you may be able to save him. That is not how to do CPR, babe.
It's okay, it's maybe CPR, it works. Tommy lives.
It's over.
Yep, it's over.
Finally over.
No more movies after this.
Jason's home.
And credits. Alright, so that was Friday the 13th, Part 6. Jason Lives.
I don't know numbers.
Oh, actually, Jason Lives, Friday the 13th, Part 6. But
Listen.
yeah.
Whatever.
We know what it is. It's the 6th movie in the damn series. So, what are our thoughts on the 6th movie?
First of all, if you're gonna bring the occult into it, then you need to do a little more than you did.
It wasn't strictly the occult. It was just random bullshit. That's all it is. Just like the dog pissing on Freddy's grave. This is random bullshit to bring a character back to life. But it's fun.
Yeah, I guess so.
They just Frankenstein the damn bitch with a lightning bolt.
I mean, they did, but that should not have worked, which means there were other things at play, and I do wish they'd gone into it a little bit better.
This is not
because
scientifically
they didn't just
accurate.
reanimate flesh, they brought it back. His eyeballs were gone. Okay? So, that means there was more magic at play than they were explaining, and I think it would have been better if they just added a little bit more of that in and explained, you know...
They didn't want to
You
bog...
put magic in there, and then you didn't
They
do
didn't
anything
want to
with
bog
it.
the story down with too much plot, like explaining bullshit like that.
No, in the car, you could have easily had, what's-his-face, Tommy, go, listen, this is what he is, this is what needs to happen.
Maybe. Yeah, so Tommy really knew what the fuck he was doing. It's his fault that Jason came back to life. Completely.
I mean, true. Very true. He could have just left that grave alone and nothing bad would have happened.
Everything that happens after this moment is all Tommy's fault. Aside from when Freddy brought him back to life in Freddy vs. Jason.
That's true. But I feel like if you're going to trap an entity at the place where it was originally killed, to do something like that, you probably need blessed chains. Not just chains. But that is completely up in the air and neither here nor there.
Well, by the end of this movie, he supposedly is not dead, but he is bound by the chains at the bottom of the crystal lake. And it's cool. I've seen like little aquariums and lamps with just that image of the chain and Jason just there. Like,
yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
It's fun. It's not one we're ever gonna have in this house, but it's fun.
Why not? I think I love it.
It's because of the thing I have about things going around people's necks.
It's okay. Jason's not a people. He's
right,
a force.
but I don't like looking at that. It's like a reverse hanging.
Okay. I know you got a neck thing.
I do.
She does have a neck thing.
I really do. Otherwise, though, that is a clever way to say he'll stay dead.
Until the sequel.
I am sad that the dad died. He didn't want to believe him, had absolutely no reason to believe Tommy. Any sensible person would have thought that child was off their rocker.
Yeah, but he was like really...
And the camp counselors were doing their best. So I think this, out of all of the camp movies we've seen lately, these ones deserved it the absolute least.
Yeah, and we actually do see real children at the camp now, finally. It's always been the counselors with the teenagers or before the camp opens.
And you know me, I hate children being threatened.
Yep.
And those kids are going to have trauma for the rest of their lives.
Aside from those 2 young boys that were just kind of chilling with whatever was happening.
Oh, they're still going to... That was shock.
Yep.
Not settling in. And it didn't settle in until the one kid looks at the other kid and said, "So, what were you going to be when you grew up?" And then the one goes, "Oh shit, this means we are dead."
Yeah.
It was starting to sink in then.
Yeah, but they actually don't harm a kid in this one.
Which is good.
They just...
Should be a rule. Across the board, you don't hurt kids.
Unless you're a really evil entity. Like Michael Myers. He'll have kids killed in some of his movies.
I don't like that at all. They should be off limits.
Or the movie It. Where he specifically targets children. Yeah. Unless that's the whole plot of the damn thing, where you're a child killer. Or
get that. Same with Dr. Sleep, but I don't like it and I never will.
I know. You don't have to like it. It's just what the story is. But in this one, they know. There was no animals killed, no dogs, no kids. It's strictly just mostly adult.
Yeah, I just
people.
I think my big thing is that I don't like that they didn't break the rules and they still died. I get it's a slasher. I get he is indiscriminately killing and he doesn't give a shit.
I mean, it's not always a rule breaker that dies when you watch these movies. It's just a random killing.
Aware. Yeah. I just don't like it more. I can understand
you like having
it
rules
more.
Be established and followed.
I like lore, and I like my monsters to follow lore. And that doesn't necessarily follow lore, except that he is going to indiscriminately kill everything that's in front of him. He is an undead creature that wishes to bring death, destruction, and despair upon all he comes across.
In his home at Crystal Lake.
Very specifically so far.
Yeah.
I do agree with Tommy that he should have been cremated.
Yeah. I think that's a good standards rule of society for a convicted murderer or serial killer such as that to be cremated upon death. Just so we know this fucker's dead. And the body ain't coming back unless it's some random weird bullshit.
Which sounds ridiculous
unless a dog
in the
pees
real
on him.
world because, that should never happen. But at the same time, I also feel like we should not be taking up the ground with their body. Like,
That's
there are
fair.
also people that will go out and try and use that to get, like, trophies or whatever. Other psychopaths going, well, I have the jawbone of Ed Gein.
Just to get rid of that bullshit from happening, it's probably good practice just to cremate them, spread the ashes,
cremate
random
them.
ass place so nobody can find
Let
them.
their family have the ashes if they want them.
Like in The Frighteners, where they can bring the ghost out again with his ashes of Johnny Bartlett.
I mean, I guess so.
Yeah, because that just reminded me of that wonderful movie.
Just like that.
And how their ashes can still be used to come back and kill.
But it should be offered to their family if they want it, because that is only fair.
Yeah, sure. And it's not like in the real world they're actually gonna come back to life or have a ghost.
Or if you're really concerned about it, a portion of their body given to their family, so they may have the keepsake, and then the rest of the ashes spread in a nondescript location, or several.
I just thought something very bad. If they were a killer that kept trophies like an ear or a finger, just give them like the finger of the killer.
That's not fair.
I know, it's just something very bad. I just thought of that.
It's terrible, yeah.
It is a terrible thought. I have terrible thoughts sometimes.
I mean, if you're being vindictive towards the family, if the family
Like frontier justice type shit, yeah.
If the family made the person the way they are, and you wish to punish the family, that would be the way to do it.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking of like things that could have it happening in the plot of a movie, you know?
Yeah. That's very eye for an eye, how very biblical of you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cremate your villains. It's the easiest way to ensure that they don't come back. And salt the earth where you bury them. Because even if you're burying the cremated remains, salt the earth. And do not put them in an eco urn!
But
we don't need any haunted trees.
With them coming back now, Jason coming back to life, this is the real start of the popular mythology.
The proper lore.
Of the undead, unkillable
this is now the
force of nature
Bloody
slasher.
Mary legend of Jason.
Pretty much, yep. He's got his mask on. You can't kill him. You can shoot him. He'll still keep on coming. He got his little machete.
The only thing you don't know is how to summon him. Or desummon him once he's been summoned. Once he's been summoned, how do you get him to go back to the lake?
You don't know?
I guess we'll find out in later episodes.
Episodes, we call
it's
them.
What an... Tell me it's not an episode.
It's not an episode.
It's a franchise.
It is an installment. When it's part of a movie series, it's called an installment.
It's an episode.
An episode's from
because
a TV show. This is not a TV show.
Which is the whole
This
franchise.
is an installment of a movie series. Thank you very much.
I don't get under your skin very often.
You're not under my skin. I'm making this clear. This is what we call these.
That's totes what happened.
It's an important distinction.
Mm-hmm.
Not an episode.
It's an episode.
Not an episode.
And the whole franchise is a season.
Oh, franchise is a season. Yes, a very long season spanning multiple decades.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. What do you think this is? A BBC show?
No, not yet.
Because that shit does sometimes take years.
Yes. All in all, though, I think they could have gone a little more into the occult, but otherwise, the rest of the lore was good. And to be fair, he was just trying to burn the body. And they could have listened and checked to make sure, because that was obviously some perfect boots and jeans. That gravedigger should have known that wasn't Jason.
He should have, but we need the rest of the movie to happen. So you have to have people just be kind of stupid in these movies for the movie to happen.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You do have to have people be stupid to make it work.
Yes.
But
Part of the reason these movies are made is for the people viewing them is to feel superior in some way, going, I would never do that. Pfft, stupid people. Not realizing, of course, in a situation where there's somebody actually trying to kill you, you're going to have moments of utter panic where you may freeze and not do shit and actually become stupid.
one of my biggest fears is being in one of those situations with a crazy person that's trying to kill a bunch of people. Being in a situation like at the York Hospital that got the gunman holding people at gunpoint, forcing them to do things in the ICU. Did you not hear about that?
No, when did it happen? Recent?
February.
I don't recall that.
February. Alexis posted about it.
But to be fair,
but things like that, or things
those
like...
things do happen every so often where...
They do, but that's like one of my greatest fears is to be in a situation like that where you have no control and there's a good chance you'll die even if you do everything you're told.
Mm-hmm.
And if you try and fight, there's a very good chance you'll die anyway. Or there could be somebody who fucking loses their shit and goes on a rampant killing spree like that. It's entirely possible. Look at how this country takes care of mental health. It's not great.
Not for the most part.
Great. And it doesn't even matter who's in office. Nobody really seems to address that. So, that I firmly believe is not going to happen on a Jason level. But it could very easily happen on a Scream level at any time.
Maybe. Possible.
And it's fucking terrifying. So then you think, what would you do? Well, I can delude myself into letting me sleep at night by thinking my dog will wake us up, except that she's not here right now. And then I can trust him to be the method of home defense, but if anything fucking happens to him, one, hell hath no fury like a roommate who has to fucking defend her roommate. But also, I know that I am not a superhuman who can take down people 3 times my size. I'm not gonna delude myself into thinking that I'm that good.
It's okay, I'll be the superhuman to do that for you.
I hope so, because if they hurt you and then they come after my dog, bro, there's gonna be a bloodbath in this house that I will never be able to clean up.
I'm certain of that. 1986. Okay, so we
I
got
might join the bloodbath, but the bloodbath will be there.
6 movies. So that's like a movie a year they're moving at, the pace of these movies right now. Only 2 Nightmare on Elm Street movies have gone out at that time. Okay. But this is really the real start of, okay, we're on like the 6th movie. Let's start to have a little fun with this. And you can clearly see that in this one. A lot of people really like this one because they like that it's not too serious and there's a bit more fun and you get still that classic Jason of what you believe him to be in the pop culture. The undead
You
killer.
definitely get that.
Yeah.
He has the mask, he has all the lore, it's in place, the legend has been created.
And this
series is probably the series that took the longest to create their legend.
Yeah. Yeah, and also you have a hero in this particular part.
Yeah, you have a final character that keeps coming back.
Yeah,
finally.
Tommy Jarvis. This is with part 4, 5, and 6. It's known as the Tommy Jarvis trilogy. Because I will let you know, Tommy doesn't come back in the other movies. So with these 3, it's known as the Tommy Jarvis trilogy.
So does he die at the beginning of the next one, like What's-Her-Face did?
No. I'll let you know that now. He's only in these 3 movies. His character is technically still alive.
Good for him.
There are some fan films, though, that do bring Tom Matthews, I believe his name is, the character who plays Tommy Jarvis. They do bring him back. Yeah, I think it's the Never Hike Alone series of fan films, which are really well done. They're the best Jason movies we've had ever since Freddy vs. Jason, or I guess you can count the remake as well. Because it's been fucking 16 years now since we had an actual movie, just because, rights issues and that bullshit, the way it happens. So, let me see. What is my ranking of these movies? I'm going to bring up my little letter box of fun here, just so we can do this. Hey, yo!
His computer does not like to be unplugged.
There we are. Okay, where are we? Alright, so let's get to this. So we have the 6 movies that we did, and yeah, come on, update, you damn piece of shit. I'm sorry.
Computers, technical difficulties. I'm going to go through my rankings while we wait on his.
Yes, let me know your rankings between the first 6 movies here.
I think, honestly, I can see why this one is a fan favorite. And it's definitely going to go up to the top. I'm probably going to put 5 at the bottom, only because I don't actually like the copycat.
There are a lot of people that don't like the fact it wasn't Jason, so you're not alone in that.
I do like how they did it, but I don't like that it was a copycat. I do like who it was that ended up copycatting Jason. Totally made sense. Motives, operandi, everything. Perfectly made sense. But because it is not Jason, and I do love my lore and my legends and my... This is what you can expect from a Friday the 13th movie. It goes at the bottom. After that... I'm probably gonna say... it's difficult. Honestly, it's difficult because I like each one for different reasons, but I'm probably gonna say 3.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Even though that's the first appearance of the mask. Because it was kind of campy, but also because the elements of the other ones, I think, were too important.
Yeah. 3, the only thing you really get out of that is the mask. Everything else is kind of just paint by number slasher.
But like,
and 3D gimmicks.
4, you have, which would probably be next, you have the beginning of the proper lore, where he has the mask, he gets the machete, and it's becoming the Jason everybody knows. So I think that that's kind of important to put in fairly early, I'm gonna put that in there. Plus, I like that there was a final girl and a final guy.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, it's going to be 2, because that was important in the setting up of the continuation and the first appearance of Jason, which is also important. But it's not as important as I think 1 and 6. 6, you have your actual legend nailed down, which I think is important. You have a returning final guy, which I think is important, because I feel like these franchises ought to have at least a few returning characters, even if they're not in every movie.
Yeah, because...
Like how you had Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street, and then you skipped one, and then you brought Heather Langenkamp back for Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
I think that's perfectly fine. Or like how they brought in Samantha Barrera and... Not Samantha Barrera.
Melissa Barrera?
Melissa Barrera. Her name was Samantha Carpenter in the movie.
Yes.
And Jenna Ortega, but you had Nev Campbell show back up, or Courtney Cox show up.
Scream 5 and 6 and so. Yeah, you got those new characters, but then they also became returning characters.
Or even if it was only a cameo of the returning character. Like, I like that. But my top is always going to be number 1, because that is what started it all. And it may not have always been number 1, but tonight it's number 1. Because, you know, that's what started everything. That's what gives you your backstory. It's what teaches you everything about that.
All right. Okay, so if we're going to go with my top 6 between the first 6 films, number 6 for me is going to be Part 3, for reasons we mentioned before. Then it would be Part 5, which, you know, is decent, but still, it is a copycat.
Have switched.
It is a copycat, so we got 3, then 5. Then for the 4th spot, we have Part 4.
We had that the same.
Yep. So I like it, but there's other ones I like more.
Right.
It's just the way it is. Okay. So and for our 3rd spot, we have Friday the 13th Part 2. I feel that's
the same too.
It actually is a very good slasher at the camp type movie where the counselors start to get killed off one by one. It's very well done. I do like that. So that's number 3. And then number 2, the original, the OG, because the parent of the Voorhees at the end, you gotta love a good villain monologue, and I love a good villain monologue, so...
Oh, and it was a good villain monologue.
It was great.
If I ever audition for anything again, that's totally gonna be the monologue I use.
It's a good one. So that's my number 2 spot out of the first 6 movies. But then, now we have the top movie, and new top movie, first 6 movies, it's this one, Part 6, just because of everything I mentioned already. This is very fun to watch. Like, if I had all 6 movies, all the first 6 in front of me, and you asked me to pick one out to watch, this would be the one I'd pick out first.
I can see that.
That's kind of how I decide a ranking list. Like, okay, out of everything here in these movies, which one would I watch first? And that's my number 1 pick. And then it's the next one, and so on and so forth. I would watch this out of all the first 6 films, just because it's got everything I would want out of a Friday the 13th movie.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Except for titties.
Yeah, the other ones had titties.
No titties in this one. That is very surprising as well for me to
Especially
rank
with that
it so
scene
highly.
you had where they were literally just going at it and you could pretty much see his dick in her.
And that was your chance to have tits, and they didn't have tits. It's very surprising not to have it in this type of movie. Because you still get all the blood and gore. You're going to be rated R. This is the 80s. Give us the tits that we expect.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's okay. We'll get tits in later movies. They learn that lesson.
I am certain. But
blood, breasts, and beasts. That's the way it goes.
Thank you, Joba.
Yes. All right. So any final thoughts now?
Final thoughts are... I will always love details, backstory, and lore.
Mm-hmm.
This gives you lots of, well, it broadens the lore, it makes the legend bigger, and it continues to push the story forward, which is everything I think a sequel should be.
All right. Very good. And I've said everything I need to say on this one, so we'll just leave it as this was a very fun rewatch for me for Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. And every Friday the 13th, we're going to get another one to watch for her. We'll talk about it. So when the next one comes up, we'll get to Part 7. So that's always something we can look forward to here.
Until we finish it.
Yeah, depending on, It's...
We'll probably end it by rewatching Freddy vs. Jason.
Probably, yeah, because right now I'm doing like kind of averaging a movie a month here. I'm trying to, maybe I'll get 2 a month, but whatever.
He also just finished doing
Yeah.
his second show, and then he's also still been doing schoolwork. So
My life's a lot busier
He'll
now than when I
get
started
there.
doing these reactions, so we'll get at least 1 a month. So just look forward to that. So maybe 2. Any holiday, like this one, there should be something at least always, so. So thank you for watching. Let us know your current rankings on these, anything you want to add to the conversation
any trivia you might have that we don't know about. Like, there's a lot of good trivia about the 4th one.
Mm-hmm. And just what's your favorite out of the first 6?
Yeah.
That's something you can just add right here and just...
and why. Always add why.
Yeah. So, thank you again, and we hope to see you for the next video. All right?
In the meantime, stay spooky.
Nothing else to add?
We're not going to summer camp.
Oh, but I love the summer camp. There's all sorts
No,
of
you
fun
don't.
activities.
It involves sunlight and outside when it's hot out. You hate everything about those 2 things.
Yeah, but that's why we go in the fall when it's a nice tour.
That's not summer camp.
It's close enough.
No.
Close enough. Bye.
Bye.